We gon' take it underground. We gon' take it underground. We gon' take it underground. We gon' take it underground.
Peace, family, and welcome to another episode of Underground Railroad Radio. This is your host, Brother Rich. I'm joined once again by the living legend, Professor Griff. Welcome back to the show, brother.
Peace, Brother Rich. What's good? And it's a pleasure to be back, man. Pleasure to be back.
Indeed, Professor Griff. Glad to have you back on here for another week. I want to talk to you about something that has been pretty much been getting a lot of controversy lately. I've been seeing the commercials all over for this Roots remake. And, me and you have talked in the past about some of the slave movies, 12 Years a Slave, and we might have touched on Django or something like that. But I don't know, this one is kind of getting some mixed reviews from the people, and I'm kind of curious. I was actually looking at an article, and the article was saying how the Root series, it had 5.3 million viewers for the premiere on the History Channel and another 3.2 million on Lifetime and A&E. So I'm saying to myself, why are so many people still, and I know a lot of these are white people, people seem to be fascinated.
Right.
People seem to be fascinated by these slave movies. So I seen something that Snoop Dogg, the rapper Snoop Dogg, had posted on Instagram, I believe it was. And Snoop Dogg had said, let me just read it so I won't misquote him, just a piece of it. No disrespect, but I can't watch no motherfucking more black movies where niggas get dogged out. Excuse my language. 12 Years a Slave, Roots, Underground. I can't watch none of that shit. I'm sick of this shit. How the fuck are they going to put Roots on Memorial Day? They're going to keep beating that shit into our heads about how they did us, huh? I mean, I don't understand America. They just want to keep showing the abuse we took hundreds and hundreds of years ago, but guess what? We're still taking the same abuse. So I'm going to end it there. So you got Snoop saying that. Then you got a lot of people in the forums. I'm reading comments from, I guess it's alleged black people with black profiles, saying that, the new generation, the millennials, who people say know nothing of racism in this country and who people say are misguided by the lack of the lack of black history in this country, need to see Roots. So you got to have two perspectives going on, Griff, and I just want to kind of see where you meet at with this, Griff. What do you think about this whole situation with, we're taught that we should know our history. People say that the Jews don't complain about the Holocaust movies, but for some reason blacks keep complaining about slave movies. So what's your take on this, Professor Griff?
Well, I don't share either one of those different perspectives. And to answer your the last part of your question first, the Jews don't complain about the Holocaust movies simply because they're the ones that are making them. They're the ones that's making them. So they're writing it through their own perspective. You understand what I'm saying? They're writing it they're writing it through their own lens. They're writing it with their own outcome on how they want people to view the Holocaust through their eyes. As long as the hunter continues to tell the story, the lion will never fare. You understand what I'm saying? The lion's not going to get justice because the story of the hunt is always told by the hunter. It's never told by the lion. And we have to understand that particular dynamic when it comes to this situation, dealing with the resurgence now in the remaking of an old story of slavery. Mm-hmm. An old story, but yet white people here in America are fascinated by that simply because it does something for their ego and their psyche to see them in charge again, controlling everything, controlling black people regardless whether we're the best and the richest golfer or the best and the richest tennis player or the best and the best quarterback and the best boxers and the best mathematician and definitely the best gymnast. You understand what I'm saying? And then now one of us is sitting in the top seat in America, which is the White House, which he dare not paint black. So we have to understand this particular dynamic in the psyche of white people dealing with racism, white supremacy. This goes hand in hand with them holding up, not necessarily the orange-faced Donald Trump, but the whole idea of they got a tough-talking Donald Trump so white people can get some courage in their chest again in order for them to rule over the Negroes. Once again, I learned that word from watching Roots a minute ago. I didn't know what the hell a Negro was. Anyway, and that's real, Brother Rich. I could see when I'm watching it, I said, man, this must be filling white people's chests with a whole bunch of damn courage. Openly calling white people niggas. Hell, the first 10 minutes of the damn thing I watched, I seen a lynching, a raping, and them calling black people niggas. I'm like, wow, they pouring it on thick. And then in the trailer, when you watch the trailer on the internet or something, you'll see the brother dressed in his Moorish garb. You understand what I'm saying? With the turban and other things. And you're starting to see Masonic signs and other signs inside the television series. But this is critical because it talks about the roots of our nation. I'm like, wow. For those of us that are really wise, we'll look into it and extract some of the valuable lessons out of it. Last point, they have to be able to drop this seed in that generation that's coming up, Brother Rich. What do I mean by that? Our generation caught the original roots.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And they regurgitated and played it over and over and over. And then when they thought we were building ourselves to the point where we put that behind us, they hit us with all the other slave movies to remind the niggas. You understand what I'm saying? That we still in charge. Hey, now this generation is, wow, uncontrollable. So now they got to drop that seed on them again, Brother Rich. They got to drop that seed on us once again to lay the base. Now from this day forward, after these 8 hours of this madness, they're going to water it and nurture it and re-stimulate us back into what Snoop Dogg basically said we should protest. And none of us should watch Roots. You understand what I'm saying? And I understand where Snoop Dogg is coming from. Why can't we deal with who we are as a people today? Well, Snoop, you might need to turn to some of your black actors and actresses and filmmakers right there in Hollywood where you are and tell them that. You understand what I'm saying? Lee Daniels and the rest of these characters. You understand what I'm saying? Why couldn't we tell a positive story about black people instead of Empire or Scandal? There's black people all up in the mix, doing the music, cinematography, directing, producing. Come on, man. Come on. So who you actually talking to, Snoop? I love what Snoop said. Don't get me wrong. Mm-hmm. You're talking to the wrong people, bro. Snoop lying?
Now, you know, I mean, we had to talk a couple of weeks ago about Azalea Banks, and black people for years have talked about entertainers' lack of speaking up on black-related issues, and it seems as though it's coming from weird places now. So you have Azalea Banks saying something, but then when people look at her resume, they're like, nah, she shouldn't speak about black issues. You have the brother Big Boy, he posted a pic of how black women used to dress and about how black women dress and act on social media now, trying to say how much they changed and how much they acting like thoughts now on social media. People looked at it and said, nah, that may be true, but we don't want it coming from you because you spent your whole career degrading black women in your videos. And now we have Snoop saying something. People are looking at Snoop like, Snoop, you talk too much about pimping and hoeing, so we don't want to hear it from you. So what do you think about this weird thing where the entertainers that are saying something about black issues are entertainers that people just happen to think aren't qualified, and the ones that people think are qualified, they are not as vocal as people would like them to be?
Well, in the there's a serious dichotomy in the entertainment industry, Brother Rich, and those are the people that are in position that their word will carry the most weight with our people. People are not trying to hear that from them. So a lot of times We buy into that. We'll open the front door and lay out the damn red carpet for someone that we think has influence over the masses of young people. The young people, they do have influence over the masses of young people. But young people don't want to hear that kind of stuff from them. Young people gravitate towards them. So those people can keep young people.
You break it up, Professor Griff. You break it up.
Sorry. Young people gravitate towards them so they can keep young people dumbed down, dumb, silly, stupid, and their minds focus on frivolous bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? So they're not looking to them for that. It's cool that they say something, but nowadays, Brother Rich, your actions got to come behind that, man. You can't have a history of pimps up, hoes down, all of a sudden now, when roots come out, you want to make a statement. You can't have a history of face down, ass up, that's the way I like to fuck, and then all of a sudden, now you want to come out with something positive, and you think those people are supposed to be receptive to that. You understand what I'm saying? You're not going to have a history, Brother Rich, of get rich or die trying, and all of a sudden, now you want to start teaching economic class, or a financial class on Saturdays. You understand what I'm saying? After you done raped and robbed the people. No. You can't have a whole career of dropping it like it's hot songs, and all of a sudden now you want to go teach an etiquette class or a political education class. No, people are wiser than that. You're not going to defraud the government for thousands and thousands of dollars and turn around and hook up with some old dude now and you want to go ahead and teach financial stuff to people. Stop that. People are well aware and catching on to these fraudulent people out here doing this kind of stuff to black people, and we're sick and we're tired of it, man. Why don't you have an exemplary life? Why don't you show us by example on what you want us to do instead of paying us lip service? Because when it get too hot in the goddamn kitchen, your ass dropping the spatula and everything else, dropping the bowl, food, everything. You understand what I'm saying? You only looking out for yourself. These same people, Brother Rich, that came into the industry and thought that only thing that they could feed us and give us is this filth, and we fed from the filth that came from their mouths and their minds and their pens and their songs. Now you want to turn around when black people need you most? You abandon us? Hell no. And the opposite is not going to work, Brother Rich. Those that came in hot and heavy on the queen this and the queen mother that and black power fist up, and then all of a sudden now you abandon us for this self-aggrandizing, digging yourself up. You understand what I'm saying? Now, at this juncture in the interview, if I happen to mention Latifah or one of these other artists, then people say, well, damn, why are you talking about, why are you calling people out? So I'm not going to call no names. You understand what I'm saying? Let's just think about all those artists that started out, yo, seriously, man, yo, for real, I'm going to keep it gully in the beginning, right? I'm going to come out like negative and tell people what they want to hear, and then I'm going to flip it and change it positive. Who's ever done that? Who's ever done that? You're not going to come into the industry. I always give the analogy of the spider. You're not going to come in the spider's house, you understand what I'm saying, and get caught in the spider's web and then turn around and think that you're going to negotiate with all the other flies that's flying around the spider's house and want to get in. Hell no, you stuck. There's no time to negotiate with the spider. It's a wrap after that. So I'm saying all these people that mean well. I'm talking about, what's the dude name that changed his name to World Peace?
Ron Artest.
Yeah, right. All these kind of people, we applaud their effort. Maybe they can only do what they can do where they at. And I understand that. You understand what I'm saying? These brothers that silently give money to black causes, I appreciate that. I take my hat off to you. The brother that know he can't speak, but make sure that he gives the green light to Professor Griff coming on the campus to speak to the young students. I take my hat off to that. You understand what I'm saying? We could look at that as what Tupac was doing. That virtual hip hop underground railroad. You understand what I'm saying? Operating in the thug gang culture, but bringing people over and educating people. You understand what I'm saying? And taking them out of that mindset and educating them on the political tip. I understand that as a strategy, Brother Rich. But desperate times call for desperate measures, man. You understand what I'm saying? When we gonna see the outright Nat Turners? When we gonna see the hip hop Nat Turners? When we gonna see the hip hop Mau Mau? When we gonna see the hip hop Zulus? Well, we got a Zulu nation nowadays, I'm just saying. But when we gonna see that? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Real live where young people can see that and we can get excited again about wanting to be free. Excited again and want to be extra pro-black. When we going to get excited again? When we going to have them uncompromising black leaders and both men and women to stand up and not fall for some of this madness that I hear going on social media? You understand what I'm saying? Nowadays, it don't take nothing to be a black leader and lead black people. You put up a couple of tweets, a couple of posts, sound a little halfway articulate, throw a few big words around. You understand what I'm saying? Look cute, put some makeup on. You straight. You can get 100,000 followers, and I've seen people that do it. Mm-hmm. Hell, King Noble did it. This dude openly talks about raping black women, and he got thousands of followers. But this is not these young people nowadays. These 30-something-year-olds, they play the numbers game, Brother Rich. Long as you got numbers and you got followers on YouTube and Facebook, you some kind of leader and you got followers and people can listen to you. That's not the goddamn criteria for being in the conscious community. Where the fuck was that on the application? This shit was on the application. I filled the shit out. I'm just saying, man. That wasn't on the Facebook wasn't on the application. Twitter wasn't on the application.
Nah, it wasn't. You ain't lying. It wasn't.
You had to actually go do some work, man. Some real work. Because trust me, Brother Rich, let me ask you a question, man. I'm going to turn the volume down. Let me ask you something, Brother Rich. I'm going to give you my V103 voice. Yeah, Brother Rich, let me ask you something, brother. What would the, who would be the leaders in the black community if Facebook didn't exist? Who would be the leaders in the black community, of the conscious community, if YouTube didn't exist?
It's a great question, brother.
If we weren't able to espouse what we feel that day via 140 characters, who would be the leaders, Brother Rich? Who would we know is doing what kind of work? You understand what I'm saying? Who would be the leaders of white people that didn't allow you on their stage? Excuse me? I heard what you said. Thank you. Crickets. Simply because you'd have to get your ass out in the street and make it happen for your people. I told the people in St. Louis, turn the goddamn phones off, turn the damn cameras off. We need to talk. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's people in St. Louis this weekend stepped up to the plate and said, let's talk. And we talked it out. You understand what I'm saying? Beautiful. They rose to the occasion. I applaud the people in St. Louis. Every city needs to do that. Every city needs to answer these questions I'm asking you right now. Who would those black leaders be? And then what kind of program would you have to lead them? You understand what I'm saying? What will be your medium? What will be your medium to speak to your people through? Will we go back to the soapbox on the corner, Brother Rich? Will we have to go back and rely on the black church? Or will we have to have our own meetings? Will we have to go back to the ciphers in the park? You understand what I'm saying? The rallies in the park? What will we have to do, Brother Rich? No, the cracker made it fucking convenient now. There's an all-important siren every time we do an interview, man. I see that here and goddamn sirens going by. Let you know you still in the hood. Shit is still real, man. We keeping it a buck. For real. But I'm saying, Brother Rich, white people have made it easy. Now, you can have a Twitter army. Now, you can have a Facebook army. Now, you ain't got to go nowhere and do anything in the comforts of your own home. You understand what I'm saying? Now you can set up a revolution via a text or email or a YouTube clip. Now ain't nobody gonna really do nothing. Ain't nobody really gonna go nowhere. But it's good. It's a good feeling that 100,000 people done watch my video. And okay, now what? You and I both know this to be very true. If you and I got $1 for every hit or every view that we got on these interviews we do every goddamn week, we'd be straight, right, Brother Rich?
Oh, super rich.
Then we could do some real things in the community. But you know something? We pour our heart out. And every time we do these interviews, we give a little of ourselves to the people that's listening. What do they give back? Fucking lip service. Fucking lip service, man. That's what you and I get. People talking about us, running their fucking mouths. And then people even walk up to me, man, yo, don't stop, man. You and Brother Rich, what y'all doing is beneficial to black people. Okay, then won't you translate that into $1, bro? How about a dime? How about a quarter for every time you've benefited from something me and Brother Rich did every Wednesday night? Come on, man. That's real talk, Brother Rich. That's real talk. For them same people that say, well, I'm getting tired of just people doing lectures and doing YouTube clips and posting memes and shit on Facebook. Well, what the fuck have you done?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? My last lecture I did, that stemmed from a phone call. Brother called me up. Man, I ain't got much money, Griff, but I'm just saying to you, the people in St. Louis need to hear you, bro. I could scrape up some nickels and dimes and blah, 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 blah. I could get a place, man, because can you meet me halfway? Yeah, that touched my heart, man. You understand what I'm saying? I was there to meet the people halfway. And that's what it's going to come to, man. Plain and simple. That's what it's going to come to, Brother Rich. That's where we are. You know why? And I'm going to say this last point. They're going to shut Facebook down, bro. And when because they're going to use it, and they're going to use it they're using it to neutralize black progress. Because we think the buck stops at Facebook. We think that's where the buck stops. No. Roll your mind back a few years ago. What was we doing prior to social media?
Right.
That's what we need to do. I need to get out and shake your hand, Brother Rich, and talk to you face to face and feel one another. And I need to let people know I'm real, man. It's not a voice on the phone. You understand what I'm saying? Let's make this happen. Come on. Plain and simple. Last but not least, man, I met some real soldiers, man. Shout out to my brother Brick, man, and Emperor. I met some real soldiers who ready to put in work. You understand what I'm saying? At a moment's notice. At a moment's notice, Brother Rich. These are real brothers, man. They say, listen, man, if you never came to St. Louis, I wouldn't even think you was a down-to-earth dude, man. Because not too many people, man, going to hang out with us like this up on the block. You got to do that, man. You understand what I'm saying? They got to know we real. Thank God. I don't know that brother's name, but thank God for that brother that ran Jamal Bryant up off the goddamn block. Did you see that?
Yeah, I see this.
All praise is due to Allah for that brother. I need about 1,000 of them brothers right there. You understand what I'm saying? Ran his punk ass right up off the goddamn block. That's what we're going to start doing in a minute. Trust me. Trust me.
I want to ask you, Professor Griff, since we're talking about Hollywood and these big-time $1 million Hollywood budget movies, they say the Matrix responds accordingly to what's going on. So with that being said, I want to ask you, Hidden Colors 4 is on the bestsellers list on Amazon over Batman versus Superman, over a lot of other movies. But it hasn't even came out yet. But I seen a post the brother Tariq Nasheed posted, and I checked, and it sure was on the bestsellers list, got 5 stars and all that. What do you think Hollywood's response when they see something like this that has the Reverend Phil Valentine, that has Brother Kaba on it, that has Professor James Smalls, that has Dr. Delbert Blair? When they see this on the bestsellers list on Amazon, one of the biggest sites in the world, what do you think their response to something like this would be?
I think their response to the ongoing series of Hidden Colors is going to be a very silent but violent one, intellectually, on a psychic level, because what the brother is doing with the Hidden Colors series is waking up aspects of another generation that didn't have access to the Professor Smalls, to the Brother Kaba, to the Delbert Blairs, the Dr. Francis Cresswell, and all the elders that are there in the film. These young people didn't know what it was like to go up to First World and sit at the feet of John Henry Clark. They didn't know that. They didn't know to sit at the feet of Dr. Ben. They weren't here for that. It was our responsibility and duty to pass that information down. But technology moved so quick, Brother Rich. We went from the VHS to the DVD overnight. You understand what I'm saying? So much so to the point where that next generation had it at their fingertips. We had to grind for it.
Right.
So what the brother did was made it accessible and on the level that this generation now can get it and get it quick at their fingertips. And it's spreading like wildfire simply because social media is doing that. And if you see 2 or 3 of the scholars that you've been studying on YouTube, and 4 or 5 of the scholars, you have them all in one film, oh man, they're like, oh, this is heaven, this is gold right here. You understand what I'm saying? Regardless of what we think of Tariq Nasheed and the thought tub thing that he used to advertise, or the pimping, knacking thing, whatever you think, you got to give the man some damn credit. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, we can't be that much of a goddamn player hater where we can't say the man he is doing the damn work the best that he can do. But he gave us Hidden Colors 4. Now, do we throw the baby out with the bathwater? There's a few ways we can look at it. Do we not trust that kind of stuff coming through the vibration of a dude that got pimp and mat lessons? I don't know. It's up to the people to decide. Not for me. I'm not the judge and jury. You understand what I'm saying? Have I turned people on the Hidden Colors series? Hell yeah, I'm not stupid. You understand what I'm saying? If I could turn people on to a Michael Moore movie, or what was the movie I was in, man, with the Alex Jones thing? I forgot the name of the goddamn movie. But anyway, if I could turn people on to that, why can't I do that for Tariq Nasheed? You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
We got to rise above, Brother Rich. We got to rise above this whole egotistical idea that if your ass ain't in it, then it ain't shit. I ain't got that kind of mentality. Thousands of people across the country could tell them I turned them on the Hidden Colors. So, you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And we have to get beyond that. Just because the next man is doing it, it ain't shit. Just stop that, man. Stop that. We need to grow the fuck up. If the man is doing it, let him do his damn thing. You understand what I'm saying? Plain and simple.
You know, just keep it in mind with the slave movies, and hearing you say that, you know, it kind of gives white people this sense of nostalgia, you know, when things were, I guess, like Donald Trump says, make America great again. I was watching the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan was on the Breakfast Club again about 2 weeks ago. I seen him on the Breakfast Club, and
right.
One of the things the minister said was that America can never be great as it once was. So I want to ask an elder like yourself, who you know what I mean. You're obviously not Farrakhan, but you was in the nation before, and just trying to bring clarity to a question that maybe a lot of people may have, that may not understand what Farrakhan meant like that, because when they think of America's past, they think of these movies like Roots. They think of 12 Years a Slave. They think of and all the rest of them, The Underground and all the rest of them. So what do you think the minister meant by that? When the average person, when they think of America, they're going to think of the past. What do you think he meant by America being once great?
Well, let's establish something. The minister is a lot wiser than us, and he has the ability to stand in the present, to reach back into history, take those examples, and move all of us forward. I don't have that. The minister is blessed with that particular quality. If I could have a conversation with you on this interview, and as much as I don't think of the Tariq Nasheeds of the world, I can honestly say those things about Tariq in a positive way about Hidden Colors 4. And with that being said, what should I say about a man who stood the test of time? What can I say about a man that stood up to the United States government? What can I say about a man who took the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad when they was crushed and rebuilt an entire nation of Islam, so we could be respected again around the globe, not just up on your block, around the globe. And Dr. Wesley Muhammad was absolutely correct when he said the Nation of Islam is the only organization building men, real men. You understand what I'm saying? So for me to come behind Minister Farrakhan and try to explain what the chief meant, what Minister Farrakhan meant, I dare not. Minister Farrakhan is going to answer that question, man. But from my limited knowledge, my limited, narrow view of watching the minister on the Breakfast Club, being the age that he's at, well-groomed for the mission that Allah put him on. You understand? Able to reach young people. So some of us are at that age where we can meet young people and quote lyrics to songs, and we listen to some of the songs and do some of the things that young people do. We can't reach young people, but the minister is doing that. You understand what I'm saying? So much so to open yourself up to DJ Envy, Charlamagne the God, and Angela Yee. Come on, man. Come on. What leader you know can do that? Can sit among 20 and 30-year-olds and handle their questions like it's nothing. So to answer that, Brother Rich, young people that's listening to Minister Farrakhan, first of all, needs to understand that he's coming and speaking not of himself. You understand what I'm saying? When you hear Minister Farrakhan, you hear the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. You understand what I'm saying? So when you hear Minister Farrakhan, he's not speaking just of himself. He's speaking of all of us. So a lot of times nowadays, since they came out with the iPad, iCondoms, iPhones, iEarrings, the iMeal, the super malls, the mega this, and it's like, come on, man. Everybody's self-absorbed. How the hell does a man rebuild a nation and put the wealth of the nation in the nation's name instead of his own? Come on, that talks about the character of a man. Am I right or wrong? Mm-hmm. What man do you know, other than Griff and a few other people, that will take somebody that wasn't even known, build a platform for him, put him on, and step the fuck back? Come on, Brother Rich. That shows you your character, right or wrong. Even you with what you do. You prepare questions and you open your whole entire platform up to people like me to say, okay, well, you and I didn't go over no damn ground rules. You just trust the fact that my character is intact. My integrity is intact. That when we do these interviews, we're not going to go on here blasting people and messing up your brand and trashing your damn platform. You understand what I'm saying? Because we're about the betterment of our people, uplifting our people, raising the conscious level of our people. You understand what I'm saying? So the Minister Farrakhan is truly going to have to come on the Underground Railroad and answer that question for himself, because I might answer the question, and then somebody might leave a comment and have me expound on it, then I'm stuck. You understand what I'm saying? I know my place, Brother Rich. You understand what I'm saying? For real. I know my place. Now, you ask me about some hip-hop shit, some shit about the Illuminati, some other shit, some things I've experienced and done and studied. Well, I've studied a lot more than I actually talk about, and hopefully over the next few years, I'll be able to talk about some of those things I've always wanted to talk about. I've always wanted to teach psychology and metaphysics. I always want to dive into the deeper aspects of what things mean on the esoteric level. I think I have the ability to do that, Brother Rich. That platform is just not there just yet. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, Brother Rich is officially inviting you to the Underground Railroad.
I would love to have the minister on here, man.
Yeah, because you have those kind of questions, man. I think the minister would enjoy answering.
Yeah. So you know what? I'm thinking about this whole slavery thing, and I'm thinking about the continued indoctrination that creates a inferiority complex within black people, and this false sense of superiority within white people. And I'm going to ask you, Professor Griff, do you think this is passed down in the genes, or does it have to be continuously be retaught and relearned over and over again? Or do you think, because I'm looking at certain people that learn this stuff that maybe they might be part of the nation, they read all the pro-blacks and all the inspirational books in the world, but they still have this, what you might call nigger chip or Willie Lynch trip, no matter how much they try to study or no matter how much they try to change. So I'm thinking, Professor Griff, is this something that is just inside them, passed through their genes? Or, I mean, what's your take on that, brother?
No, sir. This whole idea of the inferiority complex. That's part of the aspect of what racism, white supremacy teaches on a subconscious level. If you study Amos Wilson's work, we will learn this. You understand? If we study Ivan Van Sertima's work, even Charles Finch's work, do you understand what I'm saying? Once we get to, not only Charles Finch, but what is it? Asa Hilliard. Once we study these brothers' work, we will understand, Brother Rich, that the way, the methodology, or how they teach what they force down our throats, Brother Rich, it causes this cognitive dissonance, and then they put us in a situation where if we knew what they taught us better than what they know it, then we'll succeed in America. And then at the end of the day, Brother Rich, sad but true, we find out that there is a ceiling. Sometimes the ceiling is glass. But your roof, the sky is not your ceiling. Am I right or wrong? It's not a ceiling.
Indeed.
The sky is not the ceiling. We should be able to look beyond your roof in your house, beyond the sky, beyond the clouds, and have no limitations, and we need to approach everything like it's impossible to fail, Brother Rich. So the whole idea of racism, white supremacy, will cause and create this thing called the inferiority complex in black people, unless we get knowledge of self. Unless right now you have the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, the honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey, Nat Turner, Huey P. Newton, Black Panther Party, and all the sisters, Harriet Tubman, all of the sisters are up on your walls and in books in your home, and that's a daily conversation with your children. We're going to lose, because those are the only people. There's a whole lot more, but I'm just mentioning a few. Those are the only people and the only teachings that's going to give us this whole idea of self-worth. You understand what I'm saying? And once we do that and start loving ourselves and loving one another, the whole idea of the superiority complex, not only in white people, but other people and how they treat us, will slowly be balanced out, Brother Rich. You understand what I'm saying? You can only trick a person if they allow you to trick them. You ever see magicians?
Yeah.
You know damn well they're about to perform a trick. It's just that you don't know the damn trick. Mm-hmm. And they bank on the fact that you don't know the trick. But if you knew the trick, you'd be like, come on, man. I used to go up on the block and they used to play 3-card Molly. Remember 3-card Molly?
Yeah.
I got my money taken one goddamn time. That was it, man. I said, next time I go up on the block, all right, I'm a sweet dude. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And sure enough, I went right up on the block and got my damn money back. I went home and I learned the tricks of the trade, man. I learned 3-card Molly. And I figured out how they did it. You understand what I'm saying? I won my money back. So as long as they can pull the proverbial political sleight of hand, as long as they can pull this whole idea of making us think that that ignorance is good, being dumb is smart. You understand? War is peace. And these are the things we believe. Listen to this concept. We're waging a war on terrorism because we want to create a global peace and we want to establish democracy across the globe. You know how goddamn stupid that sounds? Warring for peace is like fucking for virginity. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Save the virgin. Everybody needs to fuck. Come on, stop that. What the fuck? That's stupid. That's stupid. You killing and taking lives in the name of peace? Stop that, man. Come on. Interesting thing, Brother Richard, you and I never talked about and never mentioned was this comedian on the presidential breakfast. I mean, that luncheon. We outright called Barack Obama a nigger.
Larry Wilmore, yeah.
I mean, that is outright. My mouth was open, man. When I was watching this, I'm like, am I hearing what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
He went through like 5 minutes and like, yo, my nigga, and blah, 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 blah. And Barack Obama's the number one president, killing people and dropping bombs and sending drones. And, he was roasting Barack Obama. Black man on black man in front of a room full of white people and millions of other people watching that. Mm-hmm. No backlash from white people? Come on, somebody with a conscience had to say something. They could have said, Listen, guys. Come on, guys. Come on. Look. You guys are black. Young black people do not need to hear one black guy who's a comedian, granted, he's kind of good, and berating another one, calling him the N-word. No one muted it. No one silenced it. No one censored it. No one free to call the president a nigger in front of the whole nation. Wow. That's how you do it, Barack Obama leaving office? That's what we're going to remember? There was a nigger for the president of the United States of America? Come on, man. Come on. So, Brother Rich, in essence, we're at a very critical period in our history. This is the reason why, Brother Rich, that it offends them for Hidden Colors 4 to be on Amazon's top 10 or even top 5. You understand what I'm saying? It offends them. It offends them. You know why? Because that madness that they put on us and think that we would never wake up, we're waking up. You understand what I'm saying? And we can't only give the credit to the brother that put it together. It's those people that take Hidden Colors 4 and turn it into a teaching lesson at the home school, turn it into a teaching lesson at the private school where black children go, at the Marcus Garvey school and all the other, or even if you don't have a school, just from father to son, from mother to daughter, from mother to son. You understand what I'm saying? From father to daughter. We have to now take that and be able to extract what the elders are giving us in that film and teach our children. Mind you, that's not the only film that's out there. I grew up at a time where, I got a bunch of VHS tapes, but nonetheless, those kind of documentary films were done before. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we as a collective group of people have to be able to propel ourselves forward, standing on the shoulders of not only our ancestors, but standing on the shoulders and supporting the elders. So now when you watch Hidden Colors 4 and you see Professor James Small lecturing at the local youth center or wherever, go support him. You understand what I'm saying? And even up-and-coming lecturers like David Banner and other people, go support them. You understand what I'm saying? We may not agree with everything they have to say, but are they worthy of our support? You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. This is what I say every damn week, Brother Rich. Seeing these comments about myself. I watched, I dared to watch a YouTube clip. It was entitled Professor Griff something. And this dude went in on me saying that there's some self-hatred with Professor Griff going on because he's Haitian and he's mixed. I swear. I said I can only sit through 2 minutes of it. But I had to laugh. I'm like, wow. And people follow this stuff? And it shocks me. You know why? Because anybody could pick up the phone and call me, 678-557-2919. And you could ask me whether I'm mixed. And I'll tell you, yeah, I'm mixed. I'm mixed with black. My father was a Blackfoot Native American. When did you ever hear that I was Haitian? I love the Haitian people. I got close friends that are Haitian. But come on, bruh. Do your homework, man. If you're going to talk about me, get the goddamn facts right. You understand what I'm saying?
And since when did Haitian not be considered black? I didn't know Haitian.
Exactly. That's my point. That's my point, man. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And quiet as it's kept. I got Haitian spirit running through my damn veins. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Simply because that's the spirit, man, of Toussaint Louverture. I want that. Bookman. You understand what I'm saying? Dessalines the Ferocious. You goddamn right. I want that running through my damn veins. Damn right. Yeah. Plain and simple. So I guess the brother did have a point. Shit. I don't mind. Shit, I do not mind. They whipped the French's ass. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And a few other people that came to help the French. Yeah. So yeah, we need to extract valuable lessons from that, for real.
Yeah. That's something to be proud of.
Right.
Now, you know, Griff, one thing I noticed, before we close out the show. One thing I noticed, growing and coming into knowledge itself is that brothers always criticize other brothers for reading too much on the brothers that got real engulfed in ancient Kemet or in the Moorish history. People will always come and criticize them, saying that how the hell is building a pyramid going to help your ass in 2015 or 2016 or whatever year it is? They would say that these brothers is focused too much on what they did, and they need to be focused more on what they got to do here in America in 2016. So I guess, at first it kind of confused me because I'm like, I'm coming to knowledge itself, and I'm like, well, we were taught to read history to learn about who we are, but then I got these older gentlemen saying that you can't be stuck in the past reading about what they accomplished because you got to worry about what you're going to accomplish in the present. So what's your take on somebody, the people out there, because I'm sure people all over the country get presented by another person that's just like that, in another form, in another body, but the same the same response. So what's your take on that, Professor Griff?
I think it's a beautiful thing that those brothers that have dedicated large amount of their time, effort, energy, and focus to study ancient Kemet, to study history, to study what the brothers did in Timbuktu, to study the Mau Mau, to study the Dogon, to study what happened in other places on the continent. And the brothers really don't have a leg to stand on. Those brothers that say that won't do anything for us today. Yes, it will. When I read about my history, I know that I'm connected to a beautiful, proud, intelligent people. That if I know that we built the pyramids, then we can build computers.
Right.
If we built the pyramids and an irrigation system, air conditioning system, because they said it was really cool inside the pyramids because of the way they constructed them. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Every aspect of what it took to build the pyramids, every aspect of the design, every aspect of how it lines up with the cosmic forces, how it lays out across the globe, dealing with ley lines and grids and all that kind of stuff. Come on, man. That is godlike. You understand what I'm saying? To know that we did that in 2016, man, I stick my chest out. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't got an S on it. I probably got a PG on mine, but I'm saying. To know that we did that, it lets me know that we can do anything today. You understand what I'm saying? But there was a different kind of hindrance going on back then. Unlike today, we got racism, white supremacy looking us in the face. So it's going to be a lot more difficult. So not only do we have to pull on the ancestors that erected those pyramids, we have to pull on not only them, but the ones who gave birth to them. We have to pull on the 400 female Orisha deity, the 400 male Orisha or deities. We have to pull on the spirit of what gave birth to the Mau Mau. What set in motion the whole idea of Yemiya? What set in motion the god of the Dogon? What set in motion how we connected Dogon to ancient Kemet? What set these things in motion? We got to call on that spirit today. You understand what I'm saying?
Indeed.
In order to deal with what we got to deal with today. And Brother Rich, I see that in the Anthony Browder. I see that in the Professor Smalls. I see that in Dr. Leonard Jeffries. I see that in Brother Kaba. I saw that and continue to see that in Dr. Frances Cress Wilson every time I revisit her work. I see that in our brothers and sisters that are standing on the street corner daring to defy racism, white supremacy, and to defy all the odds. That if we can't go to the library to extract books that speak about us, shit, we'll write our own. And that's how bad and bold and beautiful black people are. You understand what I'm saying? If there's no book, that's what Snoop was talking about. You understand what I'm saying? These damn movie roots being remastered and remixed. Who the fuck reads that in 2016? When I made an attempt to go see, what was the movie that the brother made about Nat Turner, which I never got the opportunity to see. I heard it was coming out. I went to the movies.
Birth of a Nation, that one?
Right. I went to movies to see Miles Davis movie, Miles Ahead, and it was a lackluster crowd. Maybe about 12 of us was in there. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We have to be able to appreciate our own. And when Don Cheadle is raising $300,000 to put together a movie out there that'll speak to the greatness that's among us, that was among us, we got to be able to support them. You understand what I'm saying? Me and Khalid El Hakim are doing a movie right now in order to teach young people not only the art, but the importance of preserving our culture through artifacts. It's called artifactual. This is not for us. This is that generation coming after us that we have to go back and get those artifacts and use those artifacts to teach children. The actual artifacts. This brother, let me tell you something, man. This manila that we carry was actually the medium of exchange to buy black people, to buy slaves. When you hold it in your hand, it's a certain spirit in that. When you pick up those slave shackles that they actually use to put around black people's ankles and necks and wrists, it's a spirit in that. Those lessons need to be taught, man. Those lessons need to be taught before they end up in a museum behind some glass somewhere and you'll never be able to touch them. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Plain and simple. And to that cracker that shot the gorilla, no, well, I'll talk about that next week. I ain't going to talk about that. Got the nerve to want to bring the sister up on charges now. Ain't that something?
It's crazy, man.
Anyway.
you know, Fox News, it's so hilarious. Fox News are hilarious. I don't even know how
Devils
to take them serious. They actually brought up the fact that the child's father had a criminal record. They brought that into the picture.
God.
Yeah, I mean, the stuff they do, man.
Let me tell you something. As long as you got black skin walking around in America with a black mind, a black spirit, a black soul. When I say black, I mean I'm talking about the essence black. I ain't talking about that other stuff in the dictionary. You understand? I'm talking about that black, dark stuff that white people trying to get. You understand what I'm saying? When you come in that vein, man, you always gonna be suspect. You understand? I could be the smartest intellectual brother in the room among white people, but I'm still suspect. Plain and simple. I read a sign that said, a matter of fact, I was at the airport today, and the spokesman for Homeland Security came on. He says, if you see something suspicious, please report it. And I was scratching my head thinking, like, damn. Anytime they see black people, they think we're up to something. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anytime they see us, we look suspicious to them. Even when we dress like them, we look suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what we have on, we look suspicious to them, RZA. I'm just saying, regardless, it doesn't make a difference. You have black hair, and Lord knows if you got a broad nose and thick lips. And kids with black skin and thick lips always look suspicious to white people. Plain and simple. I remember one time this white girl was looking at me. This heifer had the nerve to touch my damn hair.
Wow.
She had the nerve to say to me, well, this was in England. She said, your hair's not like other black people. I said, heifer, if you don't get your... Anyway, I'm not going to tell you what I told her, but anyway. Well, here's the hell of a thing, Brother Rich. I am my father. I am my father's son. I am my son's father, Brother Rich. And I truly, truly mean that. And when I say that, I don't mean my father, John Edward Griffin. And I don't mean my son, Rashim Khalik or Khalil Amir. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, I am. Because we are, therefore I am. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And we have to know, Brother Rich, and I'm going to end it on this, man. I'm not what you call me, Brother Rich. I'm what I respond to. Am I right or wrong?
Indeed.
I'm what I respond to. So, I hear cats talking. Nigga this, nigga that, blah, 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 whatever. I'm not what you call me. It's what I respond to. And like I always say, man, not like I always say, but I've been saying this recently, when we think things are falling apart, they're really falling in place, Brother Rich.
Indeed. That's an excellent way to end it, man. Excellent way to end the show today, Professor Griff. And on that note, I want you to leave the people all the information they need to get in contact with you. Give them how to donate to this, to Artifactual, the documentary you and the other brothers putting on together, and any lectures you got coming up, brother.
Okay, you just all they need to do is go to www.gofundme.com/artifactual. All right. Even when I spell it for the people, they still get it wrong. But just Google Professor Griff, Google Artifactual, Google the film. It'll come up. We made it so it'll come up. My phone number, if you just get that wrong, just call me. 678-557-2919. 678-557-2919. I'm going back on the air live via Google Hangout in June, brothers and sisters, after the I know people have been missing the show, after the Power Talk 3 with Carl Nelson. June 17th, Friday, I'll be speaking in Washington, D.C. at the Power Talk 3. And then I'm going to be at the benefit for the Locks Conference June 25th, June 26th in Philly. All right, and I'm going to be a couple of more places. But just call me, 678-557-2919. Check me out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Professor Griff or Serious Minds. All right, it's SIRIUSMIND. The Serious Mind. All right, Brother Rich, as always, really appreciate you, man. Let's do what we do best, man. Raise the consciousness of other people, man, and continue to educate people, all right?
Indeed, brother. Once again, this Brother Rich family, Underground Railroad Radio with the living legend, Professor Griff, Serious Minds Radio, and TV. And we signing out, family. We going to see y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.
Peace, family. This is Brother Rich from UGR, urging all my viewers and subscribers to help support the channel by donating just $1 to the UGR PayPal account. We appreciate the viewership and support, and we understand the power of $1. If you benefit in any way, shape, or form, we ask that you donate $1, whether it be monthly, bi-monthly, quarterly, or yearly, so that we can build our brand to compete with the NBCs, the MTVs, and the Foxes of the world. I figure since Kanye could ask Mark Zuckerberg for $1 billion, I can ask my subscribers to donate $1 so I could make the best possible content possible. The main objective of this channel is to inspire you to become the greatest version of yourself. So hopefully throughout the years of you watching this program, you have been inspired to become the greatest version of yourself. If you would like to donate, you could go to www.paypal.com and send a donation to richandmerit7@yahoo.com. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your program.
We gon' take it underground. We gon' take it underground.